Gul Saab, I want to start by asking you, when will this new government of Shehbaz Sharif take over and how stable will it be really?
It's a billion-dollar question. The Parliament just resumed, began its session. All the new members, newly elected people, they took oath, and I think tomorrow will be the election for the Speaker and the Deputy Speaker. Most probably on the 4th of March, the new Prime Minister will be sworn in. And that means with that will be the kickoff for the new government, a government which will be taking over charge in very volatile conditions, economically as well as politically. I mean, we still have to figure out as to whether the reserve seats that the opposition party deserves as per the mandate, whether they get it today. The Election Commission of Pakistan has been holding back on that count out of political expedience and what it looks like at the moment. And that means the House is still incomplete, but they're also going ahead with the election of the president. Somehow, former President Asif Zardari seems to be in a hurry to just get back to the president's house. So as a whole, we have seen as a coalition government, that is riding on a very controversial election, and even some members of the ruling Pakistan Muslim League and of Shehbaz Sharif, they have also basically expressed it in multiple ways that this has not been a clean election, and that instead of dragging our heels, the seats that the opposition party deserves should be allotted to them. But somehow we still are juggling with, I would say, partially politically immature culture.
Juggling a partially politically mature culture. Imtiaz Saab, thanks very much. And in fact, news just coming in suggests that Pakistan has just got a $2 billion bailout from China. And that's to answer the billion-dollar question that you mentioned. There's a $2 billion handout that's coming in from China that could be a big win for the new government. It kind of assures it of financial stability in the next couple of months at least. But Professor Sanjay Kumar, the point that Gul Saab made about legitimacy, the fact that even Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif's colleagues are saying the same thing. This issue of legitimacy, how long will it hang over the current dispensation, and how will it affect its capability to govern Pakistan?
Yeah, absolutely. There are three very important points raised by my co-panelist regarding the elections and the method of elections. First thing, democracy has always been in question in Pakistan. It is basically fragile democracy. You can put it hybrid democracy, or it has been, and there is a difference in degrees with other democracies in a way, because it is almost guided democracy, and the army and deep states has very significant role while the government is running in Pakistan. And why? But if the mandate is accepted by the people, number one, the mandate is accepted by the political parties, number two, and the mandate is accepted by all. All means that even the establishment is the third thing. So the situation of 2013, 2018 is different now, because now the mandate is quite fragile, and the opposition political forces had not been given fair chance to contest the election. So it has been questioned domestically, and the people are not accepting. They are saying that this is controversial election, this is rigged, and this manipulated elections. And the opposition political forces, PTI, under PTI, they are trying to influence the international forces. As you said about the China has bailed out $2 billion to Pakistan, but Imran Khan is writing to IMF not to bail out, because they should have conditioned this with the election, and they should at least examine 30% constituencies that has been voted, that it is not fair. So there are a lot of problems in Pakistan at the political front, and on the question of economic bailout. And how this would go, unless until the political forces or coalition has the blessings from the deep state, that is army, the government will be formed. But there are other controversial issues about the convening of the house, because there is a constitutional norms that within 21 days of after the elections that house should be convened, and the speaker had convened the house on today, and now it would be the mandate would be given to Shehbaz Sharif. Now there is also issues that how much Shehbaz Sharif will be accepted in Pakistan Muslim League Nawaz, because Maryam Sharif has been appointed Chief
Yes.
Minister of Punjab, and I don't know how it would go well with this. And as also said that Asif Jardari is also in hurry
Yeah.
to become the president, and I think the issue of once he will become president, he will be in better position to manipulate things politically. Though
Yes.
president doesn't have much power,
Yes.
but if he will be in position to have a good understanding with any other force, including
Right.
establishment or PTI, then it would be trouble for the Shehbaz Sharif late government. So let's see that how the Pakistan would go in this economic crisis, in the security crisis. There are today
Multiple
inflation
challenges. Absolutely.
if you will see today, the dollar rate, it has reached 275 rupees per dollar. You will see that there's a protest on the gas and natural gas bills that is
Right.
from 16,000 to 25,000. The people are on the street. They're protesting about these inflations, these
Yes.
price hike, and all these issues. So it's very critical situations, and if the government is not stable, that
Yes.
would not provide a good governance. What Imran Khan is raising the issue that IMF should bail out on the issue of good governance if they are providing good
Yes.
governance. So these things are very much.
Professor Bhardwaj, I just want to bring in my colleague Deepak Bhadana here on Imran Khan. Now, Deepak, we've been talking about this literally for months, how Imran is still the most popular politician in Pakistan, and his popularity only grows the longer he's in prison. Do you see a possibility of his return to power at some point?
I think that's a possibility that no one seems to be willing to rule out.
Right.
I mean, we've got Benazir Bhutto's case.
Yes.
You've got the case of Mr. Sharif.
Right.
Both of them were exiled multiple times.
Yeah,
for
but they
years
always
at end.
came back.
And they came back.
Right.
So it can't really be ruled out that Imran Khan may at a certain date in the future, now near or far, that can be debated.
Right.
But it can't really be ruled out whether he comes back. But to me, or as far as I understand, there seems to be a certain sense of ad hocism on part of the Pak establishment.
Right.
So political instability suits them just fine as long
Yes.
as the politicians bicker among themselves.
Right.
It suits the establishment.
Right.
What they're looking at is the economic reforms
Yep.
that they need for the IMF bailout.
Right.
That can only be taken through the House.
Yes.
Now, it may be a sense of, it may be a mere formality.
Right.
And of course, a lot of blame will come on the elected representatives, which again works for the establishment. The second thing that they're dealing with is the security crisis. Now we've got tensions with Iran, but particularly on the northern borders.
With Afghanistan.
With Afghanistan,
Yes.
we have the TTP running amok, we have attacks in Balochistan.
Right.
So these are the issues that the establishment is looking at. For
Yes.
them, they just want to tide over the next few months.
Right.
And they'll see how things work out.
Right.
Streaming on News9 Plus. News is now content. Subscribe and get free vouchers.